Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of What Remains of Edith Finch. I've heard about this game for years, never actually got a chance to play it, so I'm happy to be playing with you guys for the first time. Is this the title screen? Starting off in a very interesting way. The text is getting more distant as well. Are we on a boat? Oh! We are able to look around. Oh, you have flowers and a cast. Oh, some Chinese food over there as well. So that's the button we used to open it. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Interesting style. So, I think starting off already, first of all, this is an amazing menu. Is there a way to turn on subtitles at all? Or maybe there will be subtitles. Maybe? So we're starting off like this in a very interesting way. Like a fence behind us as well.
Someone had put up a chain link fence.
There is
but
subtitles.
It looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
That's so cool. We went back and looked at the fence and we get some information on it. Is that what this whole game is going to be? What about this?
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4.
Oh my god.
It was like the house just swallowed him up.
So it's obviously hard to say it now when it's something so harrowing as a missing person, but the style of this is like very, very interesting and very cool. The idea that if we observe something, we'll get some information about it, but learning that our brother went missing, that's awful. That's really awful.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I like the way it goes behind the trees as well, all the text too. What's this? It's like a little letterbox maybe? It's interesting, it's the bumper button to
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7
interact with
years ago,
stuff.
marked urgent, open immediately.
There's something so interesting about that already, right? Like something that is supposed to be taken so urgently, but like it's been forgotten about. It's like a little church house or something, right? A little, like an old church house with these newspapers stuck in there as well. I'm guessing the new person brought the newspapers after 3 were stuck in there. They were like, okay, it's time to stop. This is a really beautiful environment as well. I love the style of this game so far.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So there's obviously a lot of memories here that aren't very pleasant. Oh, we can just open it like that as well. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. This is a really pretty game. I'm playing on the Switch, by the way.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Okay. Already there's like a very like, oh, we can like
Maybe
walk
she
through the
thought I'd
text
know.
as well.
Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Right, the Finches. So that's the family name. What's down here? Which way do you think we're supposed to go? Or is it there's a choice? I think going down first. I definitely want to go down first because it seemed like it's off the path. Yeah, I got this game on the Switch actually like for way too cheap. I got it for like $3.69, which is like way too worth it for a game that has like been recommended so much, and I know for a fact that when it came out, people were talking so many great things about this game. This is super pretty. And I think it's like one of those games that like you hear about constantly, right? It's like one of those things that like you don't know a lot about it. Like I don't know anything about this game beyond the name and people constantly being like, oh, I played What Remains of Edith Finch over the weekend or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it seems like a very popular game in that sense. You know those games that you hear about that everyone talks about, but you like have never played yourself? I feel like this is one of those games.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Right. So it seems like there are a lot of
But now I
memories
had
locked
questions
inside
about
this
my
house.
family that only the house knew the answers to.
And you know, she even said that like her brother was like the house swallowed her brother whole, and if if that's the family house, then she sees the family house as being something more. There it is again, the missing poster, as something. Well, we know for clearly she sees it as something she doesn't want to go back to, but it's something that like is almost like the opposite of a family home. It has more bad
The
memories.
woods around
It's
the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if
uncomfortably
they're about
silent.
to say something but never do.
Whoa. So, silence in general can be a good thing in a forest, is what you would like, right? Like, but in general, an uncomfortable silence is kind of like suffocating almost, you know? It's almost like lighting a firework that never goes off. It just feels very wrong. The music is pretty too. I think I got a steal on this game, to be honest, for 369. This is already really cool. Look at the
The house is
house.
exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's stunning, isn't it? Anything on this? The music is so cool. You know what's crazy about this? Is this the other path? Can we walk up this path to see what would have been here? Like, that's a house that anyone would dream to live in. If you told me you can get to live in this house, incredible. But she's coming back to this with dread, with this feeling of like, I have to come back here. I have to see what this key is. But all these memories are tied to it as well. And it's strange, you know, that's it. Well, that's just how emotions work, right? There's like animals here though, at least. Can't pass through there, I don't think. So there was two paths. It's like, it gives us two locations that we can go through. That's awesome. And because we went through the forest, you probably got a bit more information on what the forest was like,
I've
rather
not driven
than...
this way in a long time, but I saw
Cool.
a few prints.
I think that's where it started as well, but we can go on there and check. I'm already like in love with the style of this game. It's already so cool. And I think I have noticed on the channel as well, a lot of you guys love when we play, I guess like what would be like very story-based games. And for me, like, I'm all for that. I'm all for playing those type of games. Sorry for taking all the track back here. I just wanted to see if there's any other information we could get as well. Well, this is the clearing we went on, so we just passed on. Yeah, this is exactly where we ended up. Okay, let's go back. And I have no problem with that whatsoever, because when I put out the poll to be like, hey, do you want to... This is, you know, the Finches, right? Such a cute thing as well. When I put up the poll, not a poll, I put up a suggestion post. The most liked suggestion of all was What Remains of Edith Finch. And it was almost like, I think, you know, you can kind of look like fate sometimes. When I was like, okay, I'll buy this game. And then on Nintendo Switch, it was... With my gold points, it was like 369. It's like, okay, come on. Like, the universe is telling me to play this game right now. It just is. But yeah, I'm so on board with playing more games like this. So if anyone ever wants to suggest more games like this as well. And I appreciate that people like me playing these games, right? That people do love seeing me play story games. It actually means the world to me. It does mean so much to me. Shocks me sometimes, you know? Those comments never get old of like, oh, I love you played this game. And I'm like, amazing. Thank you. Is this the old car? It seems to be. Oh, is that like a crocodile mouth? Another missing person photo. This is a beautiful home. It's stunning. And like the location is stunning as well.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable
Yeah?
in a way I couldn't put into words.
Okay. Interesting. That's... Oh my god. These aren't too damaged though, right? So I wonder if people still did upkeep it for a while as
I
well.
asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond.
Oh my god.
She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
It sounds like you were a very thoughtful kid who had a lot of emotions that have been tied up into this house, very clearly so. It looks like here someone was sitting here with the missing persons photo at one point, and it almost has the feeling of like giving up, right? Like they're all in one spot. If you have like all these missing this is from a pile, so it really feels like it's not giving up, but like kind of being like maybe desolate in like your feelings about it. Like if all of them are in the one spot, that means you were getting ready to hand those out but didn't, right?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Wow. Especially now with all the stuff happening here. But you're very young still. You're very, very young. If you're able to like emotionally, what is like a little ramp as well? If you're able to emotionally like compartmentalize all the stuff you're thinking of right now about this place by the end of this game, it's still very impressive. Honestly, for anyone, for like a grown adult to do that, it's impressive. Nice touch. Nice touch. I always say about any game, it's the little touches that matter the most, and it shows how much you care about your game. I always say, like, one of the surefire ways of looking at it, knowing if it's a good game or not, go into the bathroom in the game. If it's a good bathroom, it's a good game.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Right now? But I wanted to check over here as well. Because it's on the Switch, the textures will probably be a bit weird, but I feel like it's a story-based game. We don't need 60 FPS action. I never mind about the difference between 60 and 30, to be honest with myself. It's never something I'm, like, aggressively about at all. I'll play a game whatever way. So I guess to check out the garage. Yeah, just having the bins here, guys. That's what I mean. Like, it's just such a nice touch. Oh. Through the cat flap.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was
Doggy
11.
door. I love that different parts of the house are showing her memories. Right? The dragon head when she was 6. The dog door when she was 11. All very cool stuff.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
The night we left. Stunning music, by the way. This is what I mean. Little touches add so much to the experience of a game. Like, this feels like a real place. Like, even like this thing, everyone has like 2 of these in their shed for when someone comes over, right? Either a stool or something like that, a little kiddie pool as well. I'm in love with this so far. It's very, very cool. We're going to take it slow as well.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Whoa. It is a stunning home though, isn't it? It's so sad that it has like these memories tied to it because it is beautiful beyond belief. And they didn't even sell it as well, which means it's Edith.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Dawn and Lewis. Edith's a beautiful name. In loving memory of Lewis Finch, December 27th, 1988, November 21st, 2010, the son of Dawn, great-grandson, memorial service. Right. November 1988 to 2010, so that's 32? Is that when they left? Because they left in January in 2010. So when is this? He died in November. So they left 2 months after Lewis died. And that's Lewis.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's if you eat stuff enough anyway, you're gonna get sick of it. You know what I mean? I made this beautiful sandwich once a week, and I haven't edited in a few weeks just because I'm taking a break from it. I'm like, it's so good that I don't want to ruin it forever. You know? The filter, water filter. Some old Chinese food. Oh my god, this is probably like. Oh no, it's empty. Good job.
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I mean, here's the thing. If you had to have one restaurant come to your house, only one, Chinese food ain't a bad choice. You know what I mean? I'll take that any day. Like, what's that? The energy in this place is quite weird. It is quite weird. Like, you can feel it. It feels
still
weird.
A wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Wait, yeah. Did they just decide to get up and go? Because, like, Edie's oxygen tank is even here. So this is where they were sitting, by the way, at the table with the party. There's like a little bowl here as well. That's interesting. It looks like they just left really quickly. This would terrify me, by the way. I don't get this at all. And maybe I'm just weird. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Having like a window right into the garage? Very scary to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm weird.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Sorry, guys. I hit the mic. I'll make sure I'll cut it out there. If I don't, tell me I'm a fool. Should be a scraping sound. You'll know it. A Viking's belly. From cove to stove. Oh, maybe a fishing cookbook? Pacific Coast Seafood. So it is like a lot of fishing coast books. Or fishing books. This screams to me we moved to the place where there's like a lake. And like, I'm going to buy a bunch of fishing books. This is a beautiful home. It's gorgeous. Oh my Jesus Christ, this home is gorgeous.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it.
Okay.
Like a smile with too many teeth.
That's another interesting way to put it. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, like for me, like I just think it's absolutely beautiful, but it is big.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Now that's stunning as well. But you know, oh, it went up the fireplace. Very cool. Oh my god. I get what she's saying if this is too big for her, and that would totally make sense. Oh, the lake as well. Oh my freaking god. Or is that like, it's not the lake? That's a lake, right? No, this is a beautiful home. Yeah, no, I would love this aesthetic, but smaller for sure. Like, I'm definitely not a big fan of bigger homes. I remember as a kid, even like whenever I'd be left alone for like a day or something, I used to think like, holy hell, man, this place is so big. You know, even if it's not even a big home, you're like, oh, it's way too big for just me. We have to wind it ourselves.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
It's beautiful. With the Bigfoot as well. Barbara Finch? Oh! Films? Possibly. Very cute. Very cute. So maybe she's on films. The Time and the God. The Library of Babel. The Book of Wonder. Sam... Okay. Also very religious, I'm guessing. Am I right? I think probably very religious too. But this is gorgeous. Is this what the key is for?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Right. There's some stuff here as well. An old light switch as well. I can't get over how stunning this home is. Like I said, oh my lord. Like I said, like I think this is beautiful, but just like smaller would be like perfect, right? It's sealed. Wait, there's like stuff like that hasn't been unpacked. Were they here for long?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Right. So she never stopped believing it. So those posters out there were probably just from a bad day. I guess that's what it is. What is this? It's sealed shut with like insulation almost, it looks like. You know, like that insulation stuff you spray at it? Or what's it called? The grout stuff? It almost looks like it. Which is tough. Which is very tough stuff. This is it's such a pretty home. Such a pretty home. So Milton's missing. Lewis is dead. So similar books again, yeah. I'll pretend I didn't see them.
After Milton disappeared,
No, it's okay.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
What?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Sealed up the bedrooms? Where did you sleep? What does that mean? Am I getting that right? And by the way, I don't mind those repeated books, by the way. This is a video game. Like, I will never, ever... Like, it's the same with NPCs in other games. That is creepy. I would never, ever be like... oh, Dad, look, it's the same thing. It's like, it's a video game. That's what you're going to get. Look at all these pictures as well. Interesting. There's a lot. It's very busy, but I think the busier it is, this house suits a busy look, right? Doesn't it? It suits like a busy vibe in terms of like it's the stuff on the wall and stuff like this. It suits it. I think so anyway. Whoa.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Yeah?
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So maybe she only sealed up some rooms? This is a really amazing room. What's this?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh! That's what it was for?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What the hell is this?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Wait, so I don't want to go in here just yet, just in case it progresses something. I want to check around the whole house in the other areas just to see what we can get out of this as well. But that's insane. This mother was hiding something for sure. There's definitely like, yeah, she sealed up like all the rooms. A lot of bugs here as well, by the way. Reminds you of the Spencer Mansion, actually. Yeah, no, the green and the kind of beige tones, it fits the busy style with the brown everywhere because it actually adds, the brown picture frames add to the color of the house, I feel like, in my opinion. Barbara. Who's this?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Yeah? They did a great job with some of this stuff here as well. Oh, we can look into peepholes.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
And all these like memories here as well, like with all the, you can see like lunch boxes with her face on it. She's dancing with like the Sasquatch and stuff like that. Interesting. Can I say as well how awesome it is that like there it is, Bigfoot, my friend Bigfoot.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch. My friend Bigfoot. Actually, you know, a good idea for a story. We should check this down here then, right? The people? If there's a people? I didn't see it. I thought it was a keyhole, to be honest. But, like, really do like that they added, like, a little line there to add to, like, what we can check in here.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Yeah, this is a massive house. A mahoosive house, I'll tell you that much. Very big house. Okay, where am I going next? Let's check down here. Sven and Edie. Oh, the bird is actually very cute, isn't it?
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Wow. The perspective of the people is a very interesting way to show this off, right? And then there's... Who's that? Sam and... The name looks kind of dumb. Yeah, that looks like a dumb name.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
And you know what's funny? You know, silly name aside, I think that like it's so interesting to me learning about the family through now I might not remember everything by the end of it because there's so much of information, but it's so interesting that like she's right. This house holds memories. This house is like, because every home holds memories, but this feels very like almost like they're still here, right? Not like the people, but like it feels like the memories are manifesting as like in these rooms and you can almost feel it. Calvin, 1950 to 1960. Oh my god, he was like 11, man. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's so sad. That's so sad. And like the way they painted this was so pretty too. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
So the Milton going missing changed her childhood basically. She thought this was normal. Because of Milton going missing, it changed her childhood completely. We checked this one out, didn't we? That was the first one we checked out. That's very interesting. As it would, like you hear stories about that, like, you know, it does change everything, right, Molly?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Wow, there's so much like this house is a true family home, right? It's a true like generational family home. Pretty artwork as well with this too. Little mice. We love a good mice. Good mouse. Okay, let's head in here. If I miss stuff, it's gonna happen as well, by the way, guys. It will happen. The philosophy I always have with games is like sometimes it's cool to miss stuff. It means that the game is even more expansive than we thought. I know it's not cool to miss stuff, but...
It's clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
The stained glass is really cool too. But what's this painting? It's like a cat?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Great soft voice acting from this voice actor.
Idea what was behind that door.
It's easy to listen to. This is crazy, by the way.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving. It's so funny because like if this was a horror game, saving. So this is Molly's room that we just looked into actually before, right? If this was a horror game, we have to start running as soon as it says saving, right? That means something's about to happen. Interesting. Okay.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That's a very interesting way of putting it. Right? You only know something in like almost like in one way, and then you get a whole different perspective after that. It feels almost, I would say this probably feels magical in a lot of ways.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom.
Oh
with
my
its own
god.
even tinier gerbil cage.
That's beautiful. How would that even work though? Would you have to like drill holes in the side? Yeah, no, there's like a whole space here. Yeah. This house is like crazy expansive. I now understand what she means when she says like, you know, it's too big. A smile with too many teeth.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
1937 to 1947. All these kids at like 10 are gone. What? Does this house just have like a curse upon it? 1937 to 1947.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Huh? And look at the way everything changed, by the way, the blue tones, the darker tones. So we're playing as Molly now.
My Halloween candy was all
Oh
gone.
no. And honestly, Molly, that would only fill you up for like 2 seconds. I'll be honest with you. We can't eat the gerbil food, right?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind.
What? Oh, the carrot? Okay. Interesting. This is such a very interesting way they're telling the story. I thought about, how do I click on this? I thought about, it's not, I can see something here, but it's not letting me click on it for some reason. Holy hell, no, okay, that's scary in the nighttime. It's beautiful in the nighttime. If you had someone else in the room with you, oh my god, this is very dark. It's very dark. If you guys want me to up the brightness, let me know.
I kept eating and eating.
Huh? Toothpaste? Is that toothpaste? Girl, that's not good. That's not good for you. We're not supposed to be consuming toothpaste here. I ate
a lot of things that night.
What is happening? Holly? This is so interesting to me. She's getting up and just devouring anything she
Then
can.
I heard chirping outside my window.
But it's really interesting to have a different voice as well.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
That's very nice.
I reached out for her. And suddenly...
Suddenly? What?
I was a cat.
What? Okay. I wasn't expecting that at all. Oh, we can jump with R1. Holy hell. We're literally playing as a cat right now.
Quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh my god. You know what's so funny? Oh, it's a Christmas tree, so it's around Christmas time. I don't feel like in danger just because I know how good cats are at doing this. Ah! I say that as soon as that happens. Is anyone awake in the house? Doesn't seem to be. Whereabouts did you go, Birdie? Over here?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
And she's seeing her mother and father through the window as well. Look at that. Oh my god. Where'd you go, Birdie? There. How do we get up there? Through here, maybe? How do we get up there? It's quite terrifying that they let us kind of climb everywhere, though. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. But it's actually it's more fluid than I thought it would be. It actually works out pretty well. Look at the tree in the night sky as well. How do we get over to this tree? Do we just drop down from below and climb up it? Because we can't jump from here. Right? Whoa, we can. This cat's amazing. Where'd the bird go? And we're just following this bird everywhere. So we've, this little girl has become a cat. And is this in her mind, or is this
I jumped and I almost got her.
Yeah? But she sounded like in her letter that she knew she was going to be gone soon.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah? Where'd the bird go? Here. Like
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Oh.
All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to eat the bird. But it's so interesting to me that we went from like walking around a house to like seeing the memories of Molly through the eyes of a cat.
I gobbled her up,
But you fell?
and suddenly I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then
Whoa.
I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
We're actually flying here. Is in the field we have to go find it? Like you hear some nibbling, we're gonna pick something up? Oh my lord, how far are we going here? This is so impressive. But at the same time, it's like, it's quite confusing, but like I think intentionally so. It's supposed to be a little bit confusing. Oh, we're gonna pick up this poor rabbit. Oh my god! Molly!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Very
I
descriptive
swallowed
for a
him
little
up,
girl as
and
well.
I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
What is happening? It is like a very magical feeling,
a mama
right?
rabbit.
But like it's also like at the same time like it's like I wonder how this is manifesting in her brain. It's just like a dream she was having maybe? Was she so hungry that she was thinking about like being an animal?
She was almost too big to carry.
Jesus.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? In the trees? Rolling down the hill? What the hell? Oh my god, this game is crazy. And it's crazy in a way it's like it's making us do so many interesting things all in a row. Like we're playing as a freaking shark that's trying to bop through the snowy forest. If you told me I would be doing this in this game, I would have said to you, okay, great joke. But it's so like, oh god!
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
It's so interesting to me. Are we going after this thing? Man, this is, you know what's less, this is spooky, but it's less spooky because
Juicy sea.
the fat juicy seals. I'm the tough man. You know what I mean? I'm the big boy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, my dinner? Fish are friends, not food. Jesus, man, what they're doing with this.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
And like, it's the fact that Molly's writing about this in such a calm way as well.
Tight. Oh, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
We're a snake? What is this game? What do we do with this? The Finch, a fishing company.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This is, we're now with like a gigantic like python almost. We were an owl before, now we're gonna try to eat the owl. Slithering onto this as well. They're doing a very good job of like changing the gameplay as well with this stuff too. I hope you guys understand that I just like don't know what
But I moved real quiet.
we're gonna eat this guy over here. Holy frick. What, he's gone? The environment of this place is about the music in the background, the dusky kind of, not even dusky, the dark, like, you know, night sky. Us, this creature, we can only see like the back of the creature until we go up like further.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Interesting. So you had this idea in your head that I should stop, but I'm also feeling like right now she has this insatiable hunger. Molly, what were you doing? Oh, the size of us! And I'm not afraid of snakes, but like it's I feel like it's one of those situations. Oh God, hello. I feel like even though I'm not afraid of snakes, I feel like if I saw a snake this big, are we swallowing him whole or what's happening? Yeah, please swallow him off camera. Thank you. This music in the background, it does feel like we're in a different time almost, right? The camera work. It's like the little tiny like holes on the snake are so scary to me. Hello. This boat ain't getting where it's going to go.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
What is it now?
So I swam towards
What are you now? What are you now, Molly? We're still a snake.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Can you look at the way this game is designed visually? Like, just like even like the darkness of this tunnel. Like how everything feels like so different to control the snake within this area. And then we have like this, oh my God, we're going on the walls? Oh, that is terrifying. Oh my God, I am the snake and I'm scared. Like, look at this, the lighting. A toilet? Wait, is this our... Did we get back to this?
I got closer and closer.
This is Molly's room. What is happening here? All my stomachs?
All my stomach started growling.
What?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time.
Yeah?
But I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know.
Huh?
I will be delicious.
Oh my God, I did not expect this. I did not expect this from this game. That is the last thing I expect. What the hell? Molly. Wait, so she was seeing it through the snake's eyes and the snake came in then afterwards?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Edie would have.
I mean, even if it's not real... Oh, is a bit of the house being drawn here? Even if, like, it's not... There's a cute drawing of Molly, by the way. Even if it's not... real, right? Like, let's say it's... Is that a cat? Even if it's not real, let's say it's not real, right? That doesn't change the fact to me that it was an incredibly interesting scene.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Right. We felt that energy. Like, it's an incredibly interesting scene and an interesting way to tell a story regardless of whether it felt real or not, right? Are we walking along here to get to a different room? Holy hell. Here's the thing, I would still love to be in an... What's
This
over
will
there?
be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Right.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Whoa. So maybe she heard the story of how she became a cat and maybe after she died she called it Molly? This is... I hope you guys understand like that I am like a little bit confused, but I feel like this is one of those games that if you're confused you just have to keep going. go along with the confusion, you know?
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
To hide from my mom.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Well, the thing is, like, there are beautiful stories that are being told here as well. They're like it's a combo of like, oh, sorry, wrong button. It's a combo of like, to me, what this is that it's a combo of, are we gonna have to fill out every single one of these? That actually sounds like a really cool idea. It's a combo to me of like these, of us reminiscing about the past, but also like, you know, our character Edith, herself being kind of like, I don't know, like working through all this, like in her emotions as well, right? I wonder if that's what she's trying to do here, like trying to like maybe make this house less of a terrifying thing, maybe. I don't know. But the Molly thing was actually definitely very interesting to me. And I love the concept then if we're trying to fill out this book here and this family tree. That's a really cool concept. And also hiding from your mother, by the way, that's not like, I'm not going to say like, oh, was she doing something bad? It's like, that's a very common thing. You will try to hide from your parents at one point, you know what I mean? What's this?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
So she tells a lot of stories, like the dragon, and also, I guess, like what she said, she could have told her a story about the fish. And like, you could say that maybe Molly, you know, had a big imagination too. I want to look at the timeline a bit here. Okay, so Molly was 1937. Where's Calvin, which is a terrible name, 1950 1961. Edie was 1917 to 2010. Barbara, Sven, Walter, Milton, Lewis, Edith, Dawn. So Edie could have influenced a lot of the feelings about this house and a lot of feelings that Molly had as well, possibly, maybe. I don't know why they chose Calvin as a name, though. It's terrible. It's an awful name. Whoever would name their child Calvin.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Lake Trip, Sam Photo War, Conspiracy Now, Home Movies, Weird America, The Finches. Whoa. My Friend Bigfoot. Edith Interview, Random Junk. So maybe like the Finches were known by people?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
So she was like tough as nails, or at least stubborn as nails. Walter, Calvin and Sam, Barbara, Molly, the little hands as well. Oh my God. They are it's just such beautiful places in this area so far, like in these homes.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Yeah. A youthful presence, we'll say. A youthful presence.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
So they actually are famous. They're a famous family. Wait, did I not look at all that? Let me see. I pressed back. Oh, maybe we can. Yes, we can.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse.
Family curse.
His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
So there is a curse going on.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
The house set sail on. How is that going to even last on the water? This is a really interesting
But
thing.
40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Like, I'm not trying to. I don't know about nautical stuff, but like that doesn't look like it would last.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Great, we're getting a bigger picture of the family right now.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
So so they were already famous for being a weird family, right?
Whatever whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Right. So, and there's also, they also mentioned a family curse. So I wonder, did Molly also like succumb to this curse? I wonder as well. Like, and again, sometimes when people say, look, there was a family curse, it can kind of feel like, you know, it's like, oh, like you're just a bunch of bad stuff that happened to you.
Year, just in time to replace the old ones.
So that's us, right? Very cute. Very, very cute painting. And even if stuff is like going wrong, I suppose in your life, it can feel like, you know, that someone's out to get you. I wonder if that was like the case.
Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
Because regardless of whether it was a real curse or not, it seems that Edie was the type to kind of like keep telling stories about stuff like that. All the medication for the days of the week as well. Slippers under the bed. I should have said as well, Molly Concepts, Mysterious Center, Mural Sketches. I should have said back there, by the way, the toilet we were in there earlier with in Molly's room. Great toilet. Again, that's the sign of a good game, a good toilet. I'm telling you, it's a sign of a good game. It's a good toilet. Oh, this looks horrific though. And I don't mean it in like, it looks pretty like for the game, like the colors are pretty, but like carpet in a bathroom, guys, no. You know, the pink color, yes, I like it, but carpet in a bathroom, no.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Yeah, the color, lovely, right?
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, it's definitely a big trace. Can I actually say that, like, again, this is another sign of like what makes a good game. The details, the different things. Even though like this isn't a nice bathroom in terms of like practicality, there's a chair in here for someone who might need it, and there's like a handle as well. Even though it's not a nice bathroom, quote unquote, it still is like well designed for like the story, you know? And there is those little details there as well. Shrine sketches. Built 1937 by Edith Finch. By Sven Finch. Sorry, Sven Finch. Did a dragon actually kill Finch? So this is in Norway. Sven, so that's Sven. Okay. The different hats as well. Sorry if I'm just like taking my time just looking around here, but I kind of want to make sure we're grasping everything in this because it seems like there's a big story going on here. Okay, a lot of books here again. A lot of nerds loving to... I'm joking. A lot of nerds reading. Bunch of nerds. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool location. So this is... So, will these open up every single diary? No way, and it's another freaking handle, is it going to be? See, there's a secret in the bathroom, Sven and Edith Finch. When I said this was like the Spencer Mansion, it's becoming even more true.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
That looks so cool.
It's in the last place you would look.
Under in the cupboard?
It isn't
in the cupboard. Oh, we're actually doing the pop-up stuff.
It's hidden in this book.
Oh my lord. All you have to do is just have patience. Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is so freaking cool. This whole game has just been so freaking cool. So some spray paint. There's like it's like this is what a photo room would look like, right? Very dark. I do like how the game naturally moves you around the place. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, oh, am I, like, do I have to crouch? You know, like this. It just brings you along with the story, which makes you feel like you're in control, Milton, who went missing. While also, it's like I'm in control, but I'm also, like, coming along for the story. You know what I mean? The story is being told to me as well. It does feel that way. Fort Calvin. Oh, and the two little boys in the thing. Is that them?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
They're twins. That's so sweet. And this is the room they stayed in together. Oh my god, no way! Oh. So sweet. You know what? Oh, and it stops. That's so... Why would they keep doing this? I understand because they can't... No, that's so stupid of me to say. What am I saying? They can't stop the life of the other kid because the other one passed away, you know? They can't. It would have probably been worse not to do this. That's so sad. Like, all jokes aside about the name, guys, as well. Like, it's just such a sad thing as well. And even, like this is such a beautiful concept, by the way. Whoever created this house and created these rooms really cared about the concept. You know what I mean? They cared about the idea of what the house is going to look like, to be honest. And honestly, like, this is a beautiful room. Like, it's very, like... All of these are very gorgeous. Like, everything in here. Really, really cool. Enlist, join, and fight. So, clearly what was happening here was that Sam wanted to be a soldier and Calvin wanted to be an astronaut. So, we have on this side a lot of space stuff. And on this side, you have a lot of, like, very traditional kind of, like, I guess... What would you say? Like, I guess, like, hunting or fighting stuff, would say. Like, look at this. But there's cigarettes here, so obviously they got older. And here, obviously, it's preserved. Clearly preserved. And something's still plugged in, though. Command center, yeah, so that's the command center. While they just kind of have their football helmet up here. Well, they probably got older. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be, like, the same thing as always. They probably got older. I will also say as well, like, the touches on, like, that they do in like, the little things where it'd be, like, a poster on the wall or, like, an imprint, like here, like this stuff here. Like, the stuff stuck to the wall, the toys to the left here. There's personality every time you, like, turn in this game. Every second there's a personality here. So here there's, like, even, like, Orcas Island Regional High School. So oh, it's a Cobra Battalion? Is that a... Pertaining 120% deportment grade in the... Oh, okay. What would that be? What would that be? Yeah. Like, everywhere, every room, there's a little thing that tells you more about the character that was here, right? And this here is incredibly heartbreaking. Like, even with all this stuff, it's, like, incredibly heartbreaking. It really is. Stunning. Yeah. Guys, that's going to do it for this first episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope you don't mind the pacing. I'm having an absolutely amazing time going around here and looking at all this stuff and getting interest in all this stuff. We're going to continue on very soon with the next part as well. I appreciate you guys always supporting this channel and always, like, very interested and giving me, like, you know, beautiful comments, because I love talking about games with you guys in the comments. It's so great. Like, we just did a little Misfortune recently, and it's been so fun just, like, discussing, like, the themes and the ideas and stuff I missed or maybe stuff I didn't know. It's always been great, and I appreciate that so much. So far, this game is beautiful. It has has a really cool style to it, and I think, like, it's also, like, just really, like here's the thing, under all the tones of, like, how good of it, like, how well written it is so far, how interesting and intriguing this curse is on this family is, and reading all the stuff about the family, all that stuff is super interesting. I want to say that probably something that's forgotten, that it's very smooth to play. It's very smooth to play, and I can't wait to see what's going to be happening next with all this stuff. It sounds like it's going to be very, very emotional. I'll say that. Thank you to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Alpaca Juice, Peter Shelson, Heck, SR Fiji, and Leanne. This is a beautiful game. I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.